on to rule 3. When two trains are moving in opposite direction, their relative speed is sum of their speeds. So what they are trying to say here is, when two trains they are moving towards each other, it means they are moving in opposite speed. From the time when they meet each other on different tracks, how much time is required so that they can completely pass each other. There is no gap between, they have passed completely each other. In order to find that time, we just have to find the relative speed using the sum of their speeds. So we'll consider one train is moving with 40 km per hour, another train is moving with 32 km per hour. So relative speed will be the sum of their speeds. 40 plus 32 is 72 km per hour. But this length of train 1 is 121 meter, length of train 2 is 99 meter. So I'll convert this into meters per second. 72 into 5 by 18, 18 ones are 18 fours. So this will give me 20 meters per second. This is the relative speed of both trains. Then in order to find the time, I will have to add these two lengths, 121 plus 99, 121 plus 99. This is the total length that the train must cover with a relative speed of 20. 121 plus 99 gives me 140 by 20. So the total time required for the trains to pass each other is 11 seconds when they are moving in the opposite direction. Similarly, suppose they are moving in the same direction, their length is different, their speeds are different, but when suppose one train is moving here and another train has reached, engine has reached this point, then the time for this train to overcome this train is by finding the relative speed, which is the difference of their speeds. 40 minus 32 is 8 km per hour. If I convert it to meters per second, then it will be 8 into 5 by 18, 40 by 18, 20 by 9 meters per second. So this is the relative speed of both trains moving in the same direction. From the point they meet each other, how much time required to take over is given by the distance. The total distance is again 121 plus 99 is 140 divided by relative speed is 20 by 9. So 140 by 20 into 9. 11 into 9 is 99 seconds. So this is the time required by the trains to overcome each other. Rule 5. If L meters long train crosses a bridge or a platform of length L1 meters in T seconds, here we are given the length of the train, the length of the platform and the time taken to cross that platform. From this we can find the speed of the train. Then the time taken by the train to cross a pole or a man standing nearby is L into T by L plus L1. Let me explain this to you. So consider 120 meter long train. So L is 120 meter, crosses a tunnel of length 80 meter. The tunnel's length is 80 meter. We should consider this as L1. In T 20 seconds, T is 20 seconds. Find the time for a train to cross a man standing on a platform of length 130 meters. The man can stand even on the river side, on the nearby a pole or anywhere. So this length should not be confused and substituted instead of this 80 meters. So this is just given to confuse the reader of the question. So I'll solve this in two ways. Let me first find the speed of the train. To find the speed, I'll have to find the overall length it will cross, 120 plus 80. So the length of the train is 120 meter, the length of the platform is 80 meter. It will cover it in 20 seconds. So 200 by 20 gives me 10 meters per second. This is the relative speed of the train. So if this is the relative speed, I will have to find the time taken by the train to cross the man. So it will be T equal to, distance is 120. So man is standing here, the train will pass. So only we will consider the length of the train 120 by 10. This is 12 seconds. This is one way. And if we go for applying this method here, L gives me 120, time is 120 into time is 20 seconds by length of train is 120 plus length of platform, length it takes to cross the tunnel is 80. 120 12 2 are 24, 00 by 200. Even this gives me 12 seconds. We have the answers in front of us. Both are the same.